Hello, stream. We're quick with it today. I still gotta reposition myself though. Oh yeah, I was playing Avengers last time. It looks so stupid.
Ride rhymes with grug, and this one I call it.
Oh, I forgot about this.
And this one I call it a rug rhymes with grug.
What?
This one I call it a ride rhymes with grug, and this one I call it grug rhymes with grug, and this one
Grug rhymes with grug.
Rhymes with grug, and this one I call it a ride rhymes with grug, and this one I call it grug.
This is gonna get fucking annoying very fast, isn't it?
A rug rhymes with grug, and
Hopefully.
this one I call it a ride rhymes with grug, and this one I call it grug rhymes with grug, and this one I call it a rug rhymes with grug, and this one I call it a ride.
Why does this look like this?
Grug, and this one I call it grug rhymes
What was
with
that?
grug.
Why does it look like this?
Rug rhymes with grug, and this
Does it just keep going forward?
a ride rhymes with grug. And
Oh, don't hit that
I
bar.
call it grug.
I just got it.
And this one I call it a rug.
Just got
rhymes with
grug scared.
And this one I call it a ride rhymes with grug. And this one I call it grug.
And this one.
Grug. And this one I call it a rug rhymes with grug. And this
There's
one,
no reason for there
I
to
call
be
it
4
a ride
rows of this.
rhymes with grug. And this one I
No,
call it grug.
but they're gonna do
rhymes
it.
with grug. And this one I call it grug rhymes with grug. And this one
Grug moment.
I rhymes with grug. And this one
have
I call it grug.
An idea.
Rhymes with grug. And this one I call it a ride.
I use that reference all the time to people and no one ever understands because no one watched this movie.
Oh man.
I call it a rug rhymes with grug.
I'm gonna go in this
I
one.
call it a ride rhymes with grug. And this one I call it grug rhymes with grug. And this one
What the f-
I call it a rug rhymes with grug.
I wonder.
And this one I call it a ride rhymes with grug. And this one
Angry Grug or Happy Grug.
rhymes with grug. And this one I call it a rug rhymes with grug.
Angy or
This
happy.
one I call it a ride rhymes with grug. And this one I call it grug rhymes with grug. And this one I call it a rug rhymes with grug. And this one I call it
I straight up cannot do that fucking rug rhymes with grug shit anymore. I cannot handle it. Alright. Oh. I call this a crafting table rhymes with grug. Ah, grug jump scare. Grug scare.
I'm determined not to mute this whole time.
a ride rhymes with grug. And this one
It will be stuck in my head for the rest of eternity.
rhymes with grug. And this one I call it a rug rhymes with grug. And this one I call it a ride rhymes with grug.
Damn it, dude.
This one I call it grug rhymes with grug. And this one I call it a rug rhymes with grug. And this one I call it a ride.
Didn't this get like 2 movies or some shit?
I call it grug rhymes with grug.
I don't doubt that
And
there
this
would have been a
one,
second
I
one.
call it a
The
rug,
Croods too. I feel like that
grub.
exists.
And this one, I call
Yeah,
it
or
a
it's like
ride,
Home Alone,
rhymes
where
with
it's like
grub. And
it's
this
not
one,
two, it's just like
I call it grub,
Croods lost
rhymes
in
with
New
grug.
York.
And this one, I
Yeah.
call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one,
Fucking Grug drop tower.
grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug.
Atomic
And this
bomb
one,
rhymes with
I call it
grug.
a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a
This
rug,
is a very
Yeah, the
fucking
guy on
terrible
the
game.
top of the
This
leaderboard
one,
is still
I
on
call it a
75. I don't
ride,
think
rhymes
there's
with
any end to
grug.
this
And
anytime
one,
soon.
I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this
What?
one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this
What?
one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride.
Every time
rhymes with grug.
somebody bumps
This
into you, you
one,
get like
I
launched.
call it grub, rhymes with grug.
Really?
And this one,
Or no, I think this guy's just cheating.
rhymes
That's
with
what's going on.
grug. And this one, I call it a ride.
Yeah, he's just
rhymes
cheating.
with grug. And this one,
Hmm.
I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug.
How big is my player
This
model?
one,
What the fuck?
I call it a rug, rhymes with
I'm going to get the
grug. And this
badge.
one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes
Yeah,
with
this
grug.
guy's just fucking
And this
cheating and
one,
won't let me
I
pass.
call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
Go into your
grub,
rewards at the
rhymes with
bottom right
grug.
and
And
get
this
a
one,
free skip
I
and
call it
just skip it.
grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes
Well, I
with
tried to use it, it didn't work.
And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this
I
one,
cannot get through this with
I
this
call
player
it
model, I guess.
grug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
Unless I keep
call it
jumping,
sure?
maybe.
'Cause it-
ride,
'cause it says
rhymes with
you're
grug. And
2
this
stages
one,
ahead of me
I call it
Weird.
grub, rhymes with
on the
grug.
leaderboard.
And this
Try
one, I
resetting.
call it a rug, rhymes with grug.
I don't know, I
This
died
one,
twice and I still
I call it
respawned here.
A ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a
Yeah, this
ride,
guy's like, I don't know,
rhymes
every
with
time he
grug.
bumps into me, I
This
go
one,
flying off the fucking
I
map.
call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one,
Hmm.
I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride.
Is there a badge that way?
And this one, I call it grub.
I'm
rhymes with
trying to
grug.
find out.
And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one,
I
call
get
it
to stare at
grub,
Grog's beautiful
rhymes with
face this
grug.
entire
And
time.
this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one,
Yep,
I
there
call
was
it
a badge.
grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
I'm drugging it.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And
I
this
can't move
one,
now.
I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug.
Yeah, I can't
This
move.
one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a
I'm
rug,
stuck.
rhymes with
Did you
grug.
reset
This one,
Yep.
I call it
something?
a ride,
Okay.
rhymes with grug. And this one,
I don't know.
I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
It's
I
very
call it
possible that like
rhymes
if you
with
go
grug.
into that's happened to
And
me
this
before.
one,
Go to
I call it
settings.
a ride,
Go to like movement
rhymes with
mode. See if
grug.
that might have
This
changed for
one,
some reason.
I call it grug.
Yeah, I had to
rhymes with
unbind it.
grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug.
Grug.
And this one, I call it a rug,
Taking the
rhymes with
ladder.
grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a
A
ride,
ride.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
I call this
a
Pompeii
ride,
because it rhymes with grug.
And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride,
A ride.
rhymes with grug. And this one,
A
I call
ride
it
rhymes with grug.
rhymes with grug. And this one,
Dear God, the
call
brain
it
rot.
a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes
People
with
died
grug.
in wars so
And
that we
this
could play
one,
this game.
I call it a rug, rhymes with grug.
Yep.
This one, I call it a ride.
Imagine that.
Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
What?
a ride. Rhymes with grug.
Oh.
This one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug.
A
Rhymes
ride.
with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes
What
with
the
grug.
fuck?
And this one, I call
Oh.
it grug.
Thank God this doesn't
Rhymes with
affect your
grug.
physics.
And this one, I call it
Yeah.
a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride.
I love when the
Rhymes
guy's
with
like
grug.
running out of
This
ideas.
one,
He's like, yeah,
I
okay,
call it
tunnel of grug.
Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug.
Maybe
This
someone
one,
stage 58 is the
call it a
maximum.
ride. Rhymes with grug. And this this one.
No, I've
I
seen
call it
someone
a
in
grub,
75.
and this one.
Oh
I
shit.
call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call
Okay.
it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
Don't get
grug,
grugged.
rhymes with grug. And this one,
Don't get grugged.
a rug, rhymes with grug.
I don't know how I'm supposed to
This
have like
one, I call
motor
it a
functions
ride,
for an escape room
rhymes
after
with
this
grug.
shit.
And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug.
Oh wow.
This one,
What the
I call
fuck?
One
it
you,
a
let's
ride,
go.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
This is crazy.
I call
You
it
like
a
really
ride,
need
rhymes
shift
with
lock for
grub.
this.
And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grub.
Yeah.
And this one,
Oh my god, wait.
a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one,
Next three are
call it
pretty
grub,
difficult and long.
rhymes with
Okay,
grug.
I have
And this
3 free
one,
skips.
I call it a rug,
Skip,
rhymes with grug.
skip,
And this one, I
and
call it
skip.
a ride, rhymes with grug.
There
And
we
this
go.
one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride.
Yeah, I
rhymes
can't
with
move
grug.
again.
And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug.
Yeah, I
And
think
this one,
75 is the
I call it
max.
a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug.
Oh my
And this
god.
one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug.
The stair one
And
is so
this one,
fucking long.
I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I
There's
call
another
it
guy
a
at
rug,
75.
rhymes with grug. And
Yeah.
this one,
Must be the
I call
max.
it a ride, rhymes
Nope,
with grug.
76.
Oh,
This one, I call it
Oh
grub,
no.
rhymes with grug.
How many stages does this
Goes
shit
to
have?
77, it's over.
A rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes
Oh,
with
he went to
grug.
77.
And this one, I
Oh,
call it a rug.
there's a
rhymes with
grug chair.
And this one, I call it
Oh hell no!
Almost there.
I hate these platforms that your body doesn't move with.
I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride.
What the
rhymes
fuck?
with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride,
What
rhymes
the
with
f-
grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grub, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
I got a
call it
free skip
grug,
achievement.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And
Rhymes
this
with
one,
grug.
I call it
It rhymes with grug.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And
This is fucking terrible.
grug,
Oh my god.
grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug.
What the fuck?
This one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And
This is
one,
interesting.
grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug.
This
rhymes with
one.
grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes
What?
with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with
Is this a
grug.
fucking
This
seesaw?
one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
Oh no, we're cooked.
grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug.
Oh.
This one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes
Oh.
with grug. And this one, I call it grug,
No.
rhymes with grug. And this one,
No!
grug, rhymes
Dude,
with grug.
game's fault.
This one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
Alright, I'm more
grug,
centered now.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug.
Oh my
rhymes
god.
with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call
And this
it a
one.
ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug.
This needs
And
to
this
be added
one,
to
I
the
call it
Roblox
a
602.
rhymes with grug.
Yeah, I
This
agree with that.
one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with
Oh.
grug. And this one,
Oh
I
god.
call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
This obby is getting fucking worse.
and this one, I call it
Yeah.
a ride, rhymes with
Ironically,
grug.
one of the
And
hardest
this
I've ever
one,
played.
I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug.
Oh hell
This
nah.
one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one,
So it
I call it
disappears, yeah.
grug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
Oh,
a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
fantastic.
a ride.
So apparently my hitbox is so big that if I just stand still on some of these things, I just get jump scared.
Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
Classic.
a rug.
Yeah.
Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a
the
ride.
Fuck,
Rhymes with
dude.
grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one,
This one.
I call it a rug. Rhymes
I
with
landed
grug.
right on him.
And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And
Oh,
this
come on.
one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one,
If you're having issues making it, you can take it the long way.
I call it a ride.
Oh my god.
Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug.
I don't.
Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug.
Oh, I see.
This one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this
See the big orb of grug down there.
a ride.
Oh
Rhymes
god.
with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call
Oh
it
hell no.
grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this
Gurg.
one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I
The
call
big
it
orb
a
of grug, dude.
ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this
Yo, Rogue, yeah, Helly, thank you for the follow.
rhymes with
What the
grug.
helly?
And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug.
I'm doing
Rhymes with
great.
grug. And this one, I call it a ride.
How could I not be doing
Rhymes with
amazing
grug.
when I'm
And this
playing
one,
this
I
beautiful
call it
obby?
grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I
Couch.
call it
This is definitely
a
the
ride. Rhymes
gonna
with
win the
grug.
Block
And
C
this
award.
one, I call it
For
grug. Rhymes with
best new
grug.
game.
And this one, I call it
Giant orb of grug.
Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with
What?
grug.
Oh
This
shit.
one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug.
I don't
This
even-
one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
Huh?
grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
Okay.
a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug.
Helly is your mother who is no more with us. No more with us, she died.
And this one, I call it a
I am not
ride.
doing any such
Rhymes
thing.
with
I'm sorry you
grug.
think that
And
though.
This one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this
Ride
one,
the sun into
I call it
tomorrow.
a rug.
Okay.
Rhymes with grug.
Oh.
And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And
Yeah, this is a ride.
I call it grug. Rhymes with grug.
Oh god, I see why there's more than 75.
Rhymes with grug. And this one,
Why?
I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug.
Because after that, it's like unbearably hard.
Rhymes with grug. And this
Oh.
one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this
Alright,
one,
yeah, we can just
call it
move on then if you
rhymes
want.
with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug.
Call it child neglect rhymes with
A
grug.
ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
Which games I hook nowadays?
this one,
Well,
I call it a
I
rug.
find myself playing a good amount of Roblox these days. Other than that, I've been playing through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth
And
hard
this
mode.
one, I call it grug.
Oh yeah, no, this shit is impossible, dude.
I call it a rug.
Okay.
Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
Yeah,
a
yeah,
ride.
this is
Rhymes
impossible.
with grug. And this one, I call it grug.
I wonder if anyone's genuinely beaten
This
this.
one, I call it a rug.
Yeah. All right, escape rooms we go. Okay, I guess Peyton's doing school stuff. Rip. Let's just do it then. Grug. Depending on mood, yeah, for sure. No, streaming's absolutely a hobby. I don't make any like funds or anything like that to consider like a job. Far off from that. Far off. But it was a nice stream at one point. I just do it as a happy little hobby now. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, we didn't do the beginner modes of the other two, did we? No, we didn't.
Nope.
Fuck it. Oh god, here we go. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Goodness gracious. Are these gonna be like the elevator where I go down to the last second? What the fuck? I did Part 1.
Oh?
I clicked Part 1 for checkpoint select.
Oh, yeah.
Hobbies, play games, and making digital art. Nice! Nice, what kind of stuff do you draw? Oh god. Are you with me in this one?
Administration.
There you are.
This is to remind you that the final stage of the lockdown procedure will complete in 20 minutes. If you are in the central hub, there is not enough time to travel by foot to any of the 3 sectors for normal evacuation. You will need to take the emergency tram. Please do so.
Otlo is key. $37 Sprinkler system. What does any of this mean? 32 minutes. Ventilation system? Oh god. Turn the music down.
No
Alright.
way.
So it's
Start
Sector
then.
237. Sector 132. Yeah, I'm gonna... To open the tram system, the status of each room must be entered into the lock system as a manual check in case the automatic detectors are broken. In case of emergency, the detectors are only able to use backup battery to verify the status of these rooms. Only if the status of all rooms is correctly entered with the tram. Okay. Yeah, I like digital art. It's pretty cool. If any of these systems go offline, that time is the last the system went off. Okay. Toggle the buttons left to right and the doors match the buttons corresponding room. If a room contains multiple dangerous events, please list the most dangerous event it contains. Fire, acidified water, electrified room. What? Fires create toxic smoke in the room they're in. Yeah. No links, man. Please. But if you want to like drop the name, yeah, I'll go look into it. I don't get any of that. This one's green. What do these numbers mean? Or is A, B, C, and D different? Yeah, yeah. Distances are drawn roughly relatively to scale.
Ventilation system, sprinkler system, layout, and electronics system.
A lot of stuff here. Not sure what to do with it. Flood detected in rooms 3019, 3019, 4010, 2994.
Fire in room 8238.
Wait, I can't select flood. What was it for floods again? Oh, wait, we gotta go by the most dangerous chart, don't we?
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about floods being dangerous.
Says fires in room 8238. I think we should start there.
Okay. 8238. Alright, got that selected as fire. Offline for 1 hour. Acidified water detected in sprinkler system A. Sprinkler system. So what does that mean in relation to this? Like, what room is that?
Administration. If you have not already, please make your way to the
A?
emergency tram. Please remain calm, as there is more than enough room on each tram to fit
Oh.
at least 4 people. We do not have many administrative positions with level 4 card access, so this should not be an issue. Everybody will be able
So
to make it out
2994.
on time.
Right? Sprinkler system A. Should be sprinkler system A. But for which sector? The sector, oh, denote different sprinkler systems. The sector that the rooms are a part of do not matter. Alright. Well. 2994 should be acidified water then. Okay. So we have 2 so far. What are you doing over there?
I'm just drawing this all out.
Interesting. That if you require... No? Sector 2. Sector 3. Sector 1. Yeah. 32 minutes. I mean, there's only these couple of TVs that are giving me information for what I can see. Can't sit in this chair either. Can't find anything else. If you do ! Discord, you can find my server that way. This TV's not on. Can I change this one? No, we need to worry about these. So, okay, flood detected in rooms 3019, 4010. Wait a minute, 2994. What did it also say was in there? Oh yeah, okay. 3019 4010. Are they on here? What does that mean though? I'm so confused. I put the link in chat. Okay, what is it? Flood detected in rooms 3019, 401. What is that? There's no safety code for that. Six sprinklers. I'm not sure where to start. Where should I be starting at?
Still in the central hub, please utilize the emergency tram. Honestly, I was told that the likelihood of this building going on full-scale lockdown was extremely low. So if you're hearing this, I do wish you the best of luck.
I mean, I've got what I've got so far.
What are the acidic rooms or the acidic ones?
Acidified water is in sprinkler system A. This says that letters A, B, C, and D denote different sprinklers. The sector that the rooms are a part of do not matter. Alright, so in that case, A as well, and then A. So, wait, 1279 and 1279 and 4482. Alright. I'll have them, I have all of them marked down as having acid in them. No, you can just add me through my tag right there if you want. Try again. Toxic smoke electrified. How do I know? There's no information. It may be... Is there any more information about what the rooms are?
I'm getting all the info together on this.
Electronics. Yes denotes an electric control room. These rooms are considered safe to enter as long as they are dry. Okay. So wait, if sector 3... A... Yes. Yes. Wait. So that would mean that 4482... I think that means 4482 is actually an electrified room. There's no way they expect this in 20 minutes. Where's the Frank Heffley horror obby? We did something very similar to that right before we got here, actually. It was the Grug obby. Vents. Sprinkle. Okay, 3019. What's room 3019? That is Sector 1, Section C. No. Section C for the ventilation.
Okay, I think I'm done. Okay. I'll read them to you if you want to type them in.
Okay. Okay.
All right, give me the rune numbers. and I'll
1279.
say what acidic.
Yep. 2994 should be acidic as well.
Yep.
Okay. 3019.
Henopics
Acidic.
administration. You only have
Okay.
5 minutes.
3109.
Before the inner circle of Henopics closes down as
Electric.
per the protocol listed for a magnitude 10.
4010.
If you do not use the tram within this time, you will be unable to
Acidic.
exit the building.
4323.
Smoke.
4424.
Smoke.
4482 should be electric.
Fire.
Really? Okay. Damn.
Yep.
4946.
Safe.
All right. 5694.
Smoke.
6835.
Electric.
All right, we got it. How did you, or you got it? How did you do that? I don't know what you wrote down. I guess some of that information didn't really seem like it related at all.
You kind of have to just like go through the steps a bunch of times and I don't know.
Smart brain.
Let me send you my. This is what my notes look like.
How'd you figure out what they all were?
Because you basically start off with the fires in this room, and then the chart says, okay, if there's fire, it creates toxic smoke. If there's toxic smoke, then it turns on all sprinklers in that sector, and you just kind of have to like draw out the cause and effect of everything.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Should have been told the code to the elevator, but if you've forgotten, I better hope you're good at puzzle solving. Each subject's supposed to have 90 minutes, but if you need a gas mask, you only have 40. Yeah. Oh, I know where we are. Funny. What? The fuck is this? Is this parkour? It's a bunch of pins on the ground. What is this far over here? It's a seat. Is there a seat?
The seat from chapter 1.
Yeah. Interesting.
Be
All
late.
right, what
Pay
are we looking
attention
for?
to the hour your train departs.
There's a 2 and a 4 on the wall in here. Do we just get to go back to the entire area, or? Let me out. What the fuck? To whoever's working the front desk, could you please deliver the suitcases on the rack to the following rooms? Oh boy. There's a keypad in all of these spots.
Yeah. In the first room, use arrival times instead of departures. How many newspapers are left on the walls? Double the code to the third room and enter it into the room 3 keypad. What time did the murderer check in? Okay, so in the first room, use arrival time instead of departures. I'm gonna go back
Okay.
and see.
Maybe I could try the second room. How many newspapers are left on the walls? Okay. Oh wait, no, this is just telling you for the first room. All of this is for the first, I think. Doesn't, how many newspapers are left
Yeah,
on the
let's
wall?
do them in order.
Alright.
Pay attention to the hour your train departs. Okay, but we have to. It said to use arrival instead of departure. I'm over at the posters, by the way.
Trying to get through this manhole is so, like, weird mechanically. You're by the posters? Alright. Oh wait, this hatch is opened. Oh, never mind, I see the tram. That's where we came from. I'm stupid. Alright.
Okay, Charbot is first. Fraser is second. New Burno.
First step. Okay, Charvo. Great, I see what you're doing now.
I got Charbot, Fraser, Eltray, and New Verna. So it says, right here it says, pay attention to the hour your train departs, but we're supposed to use arrival instead of departure.
Ah.
So let me see what time they arrive. So Charbot is 11, Fraser is 10, Eltray is 6, and New Verna is 12.
Okay.
Now what do we do with those?
Add them up, I'm guessing. How many newspapers left on the walls? Like these, or let's talk about the next room.
When solving conflicts, stand on our point of view.
Wait, come up here. All these things form
Oh.
numbers. If you stand right in the middle and look
Yeah.
out all the sides.
This says 2 if you stand here.
See an 8.
Yeah, like come over here, or like on one of these. So I assume we have to stay on the hour then, but how do we know which one is, like, which direction is which? See if the
Well, if
clock
that's
thing tells us.
2 and that's 1, this must be... That's 7. Oh, it's so confusing.
I see it. What's going on? This is 11 here, which is 1.
There's definitely a lot of newspapers in here.
Fraser is 10.
There's 2 numbers in here. 2. Well, we need to not... Yeah, one at a time. One at a time.
Six. New Berna is 12.
Oh, there's a 12 etched on this platform here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, 1369 is the code we need.
1369?
Yeah. Alright, so number 2 said how many papers are left on the wall.
Yeah. When you... See, the 2 and the 4 are throwing me off.
We have received strict orders from the GMCU to censor all content concerning critiques of the government from the Celestial Times. Please remove all papers, articles discussing critiques on the influx of AI and critiques on the way the GMCU or presidency is made of powerful families born into power.
There's about 83 newspapers on the wall.
I think I have to solve the puzzle, and then we figure out how many are left on the wall.
Oh. Why is this one a misprint? So we're removing 2 and 3 or 1 and 4? Confused.
2 and 3, it looks like they've already done 1 and 4, and that's what gave us the other numbers that are already there.
Oh, shit. You're so right. duh. Okay.
I'm already almost done with it. I think.
Damn. What the fuck? Critiques on the influx of AI as ordered by the GMs.
Okay, I think I got it. Okay, yeah, it spelled out 85. So there are, let me count them. $55 newspapers left.
Okay. All right, double the code to the third room and enter it into the room 3 keypad. All right.
Okay, so we need to figure out what the...
You
If
guessed
missing info on a few guess, yeah.
Okay. That's probably the code. Sketch Peterson, Ethan Fennick, Jas, and Morgan Price. Sketch Peterson.
I'll go backwards. I'll go from number 4.
Okay. I see Jas, but like a fucking spill on the papers covering up the last digit. Go figure, right? Deliver room 302.
Morgan's 203.
Okay. So Jas. 10 something. No suitcase or hat. $108?
Not 5, 6, or 9.
What if you want to wait? Seems too obvious.
Let's see. No, Gus is 108.
Okay. It can't be 101 or 103 because there's suitcases to deliver there. Okay, so not 101, 103.
Not 107.
Yeah. Not okay. Yeah.
And then
So
there's a 101 here, 102. So Jas is 104.
okay.
Who's next? Ethan Fennick. Left a suitcase. So we know who all of the 10 whatevers are, so I'll skip those 202, 205. We know 202 and 205. 303, 304, 309.
Sketch
Okay, she's
Peterson.
303.
Damn.
Sketch hung a hat on the hat rack.
Okay, yeah, sure did.
302. I don't see anyone in 302. It's probably
Could be.
302.
Yep. Do you see a room 303? Yep, I do.
303 is, yeah, the other guy.
Check for 204 and 107. Yep. All right. So it's what was it? 303 was it? Or 302?
Wait 1 second. Okay, yeah. 2643. Okay, that's the correct code.
Okay. So I guess add that with the other two, maybe?
I said to double it, which is 5286. 5286. Oh.
Hmm. Whoa. Oh. What the fuck? Morgan Gray has been murdered. The murderer checked in before the person who received the most calls did. I think room 206 received the most calls. Yeah. Yeah, from what I can tell. 206 is called twice. The others are
Guys
called once.
checked in before 1220. And then who made the most calls?
Let me see.
108's on here 3 times, I think. Might be
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, 108.
Okay. So between 10 and 1220.
Okay.
Murderer did not leave a hat.
It's between 10 and 12. So between 10 and 1220?
Yeah. That means it's down to 8 people. 2 did not leave a hat on the rack.
There's no 108 on there for Gus Thompson.
Good. 3. Okay, so it's not Amanda. Two and 4. not Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
Use 107. Jim, who wasn't even a suspect. Okay, so it's down to 6 people.
All right. Who have you crossed out?
So it's down to Janice, Anita, Gabriel, Kayla, Kali, and Jess.
Hmm. I no idea. The murderer checked in at a time when the last digit matched the last digit of the latest person who checked in with a suitcase. Two or two, 205. Amanda, maybe? Hmm. 304. Amanda, Anita. Amanda or Anita? Hmm.
Let me add them all up. Alright, the final code should be 2629.
In the final room?
Yeah. Assuming we got the murderer right.
Yeah, that was correct.
Nice.
Who was the murderer, Amanda?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. What the fuck? Oh, it's the lab that blew up.
No final part. So the periodic table thing was like a two-way mirror. That's where the periodic table was.
Huh. Of course.
Let's use the flashlight. The flashlight isn't heavy enough to break anything. Okay.
Yeah. Water tank. As per proper lab safety protocol, water tanks should be
I
stored
got
in every
spray
lab.
paint.
Okay.
Got wire cutters. Got nitric acid over here. Got some rubble.
I don't think I can
Wrench.
see these things once you pick them up.
You can use them in the inventory over here.
Oh, okay.
Try and throw the rubble through the window. And these rocks are big enough. They are heavy though.
A wrench will break a fucking window, dude. Come on. Come on. Let's be
Let me
so
try-
serious.
Let me try combining the flashlight and the rubble. No.
Oh, we can craft.
Okay, empty flashlight, rubble. Heavy flashlight, there we go.
Nice.
Sledgehammer, tile shard.
We got a beaker. Batteries. Oh god, there's a lot of security cameras in here. Tile
Yeah.
shard.
Yeah, I just picked up a bunch of security cameras.
Okay. Might be it.
This tank is held down by screws. These caps are hard to remove by hand. I need something with better grip. Okay, wrench. Got the plastic caps off. These screws are completely stripped down. How else can I remove them?
I mean,
Oh, I was able to fill the beaker with the nitric acid.
oh shit. Okay. Huge.
Uh,
It won't let me use the
concentrated
inventory at all
nitric
while you're
acid.
using it. That
Nitric
sucks.
acid dissolves. Corrodes many materials. Make sure to keep it away from any exposed metal joints, bolts, or other connectors made of things like iron, copper, aluminum, steel. But it says it specifically does not dissolve glass, plastic, or PTFE.
Hmm.
I wonder if these bolts are... Okay, yeah, I was able to dissolve the bolts.
Alright.
More glass to break. This one seems a lot thicker. Probably chemically resistant. Alright, you wanna try crafting something for it?
Yeah.
So if you go at the top, if you put two things at the top, it'll combine it. If you put something at the bottom, it'll separate it.
So what are we looking for now? What's the next one?
I don't know, we just need something that'll break that glass.
Okay, something that'll break glass. Alright, so let's try... No. Something that'll break... I mean, sledgehammer would break glass. If it doesn't create
Gonna try
anything at the
and-
bottoms, I mean, I did something wrong.
Yeah, let me try and let me know when you're done with the... Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. So if I use a sledgehammer, this glass is too thick to be broken like this. The force needs to be condensed to a point.
Okay, I have
So
an
this
idea.
has-
Maybe like sledgehammer and the shard? No.
Can you separate any of those? Either of those?
I can make a stick handle and a mallet out of the sledgehammer.
Okay. Does it let you use the shard on either of those?
Alright, let me try. Stick handle, maybe? No. Why does it keep kicking me out?
You can only do it for 20 seconds in multiplayer.
Alright, I got a sharp mallet. Now. Oh, I can't recombine them. What?
Try that sharp mallet on the thing. Maybe that will just work.
Where is it?
That little over there.
Nice.
Oh, come on, Butter. What did you do?
Gosh. I broke it.
Okay, water tank. Let's see.
Nice. Oh my god. Again, another door.
Gotta be careful around this acid pool.
Somebody
Seems to
open
be a
this
lot
damn
more
door.
potent than the nitric acid. Can I fill empty tank? Okay. Nice. I just dissolved the lock with the acid.
Oh. What the fuck? Why does that go through someone's closet? I have so many questions. Pick up bedsheet. Alright. Sure.
They went over lockdown procedure, what to do if tripod completely shuts down. I guess every single door will lock throughout the building, each with a different override key, and the main door will be controlled by a sort of central security system connected to a spare generator. At the meeting, they gave me the bedroom code. They told me to never write it down, so I guess I'll use that lime code thing that they taught us. I should keep boring.
How? Okay. Huh.
Okay, so
What?
I'm just gonna write this down.
Yo, Lois Lane Pedregoza. Welcome to the stream. Can I add you? Well, potentially. I don't know. You can add my Roblox name. We'll see. Not to the game or anything, but I can add you as a friend. Sure.
Okay, I did see that lime code cipher down here.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Line code encryption, so I'm gonna start from the bottom then if we're decrypting. So from binary to character, so you need to go from character to binary.
Is this horror? No. It just has intense music. The puzzles are really brain teasing. That's why it's not any like horror related. If you want to try it for yourself, it's called Terminal Escape Rooms on Roblox. They are a hell of a brain teaser, let me tell you. No, you're good. We chillin'. Goodness gracious, man. So I have to go write down the code from upstairs, I guess. Or at the very least, just paste it. Gonna be here for an hour? Yeah. Yeah, I am, for sure. So... Getting a puzzle? Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it is. So HT. Oh, this is racking my brain. Oh God. G0 1000. I can't keep up with that. Don't worry, I can't either. So which parts are we supposed to be decrypting back to binary? The stuff that's in like the brackets or what? Or the entire thing?
Well, let me finish writing a couple more of these down and then I'll show you my notes. Kind of like what I'm doing.
How do I even read for 2 to 3 seconds? You know what? I don't know. Puzzles are definitely a struggle for me. Wait, that's not STX is 0010. No, it's none of them. No, my friend is not streaming. He's not. What? Very fishy. Oh yeah, he is. Look at him. This guy's very fishy. Don't trust this guy. 110, 1101. Am I encoding or decoding each individual letter back to binary? That's fucked.
Hold on, I have 3 more to write down and then I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah. Just trying to make sense of it. Rotate according to key. Oh no, binary back into line. Looked like he didn't even belong to water. So real. So real. He's a fish out of water. Rotate according to key. Alright, I'm gonna follow them in order and see if that makes sense.
Okay, hopefully this makes sense.
Yeah, so that makes sense. That's what I was like, I had just gotten started on doing when you said, oh, I'm almost done. I'm like, oh shit, well.
Yeah.
I'm a bit slow to the punch, but I think I'm getting it. Now the rotating according to key is the question.
So the key on the thing, it said the key is boring. So if you do lemon, it's 5, 5, 6, 1. So okay, so boring would be 2, 1, 4.
Oh yeah, I see.
2, 7, 7.
I'm gonna touch you. Code for I'm doing English. Nice, brother. You feel like baking or something? Lemon, banana, or orange? Dude, some banana bread would go crazy right now. Not gonna lie.
So I think, so the steps are for encrypting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tilting the lime, rotating the lime clockwise. I think since we're decrypting, it's going to be counterclockwise.
Yes. Yes. My thing is, where does the lime start? 1100. Oh god, yeah, wait.
Okay, yeah, so right here, since each binary is 7 characters, it shows on this poster right here on top that I'm jumping in front of.
Yep. Okay, so we have to do all of those and then rotate them back however many spaces. I don't even know how to begin writing that down. So we're doing it with the code. Oh, I see. Rotation key. I need a notebook. Yeah, it is math. It definitely is. In a sense, it is math. I need a notepad. Let me see.
So the ones that are in the 7, like 7, 7 in the rotation key, those ones that line up there are going to be the same as they originally were.
Yeah. You're eating chips? Want some? Hell yeah, I want some chips. Please. This is the most active my YouTube chat has ever been. Alright, I guess... I'm gonna pull your picture out.
I'm gonna send another one fairly soon.
Are you already halfway
on the-
through it?
I'm like 2/3 at least.
God dang it. I know I can do this. I'm just so slow. At the very least, I understand how to go about it. Too late you ate them? What the? What's the point of asking me then? You gonna eat the chips?
He answered immediately as well.
I know. How fast can you eat chips? .1? What is that? Minutes? Seconds? Picoseconds? It must be picoseconds, how fast you gobbled all that down. Nice water bottle. It's a very large water bottle. But thank you.
Alright. Sending a new picture.
Okay. You woke up an hour ago? My god. My DGen time for real. An hour ago or two. So you woke up at what, 9 p.m.?
Okay. So we basically need to figure out what the rightmost column is in binary.
Yeah.
I'll start from the bottom.
So at E?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get started on the top.
That 0100000 appears quite a bit. I'm gonna just try and figure out what that is.
Yeah. Looks to be no character. I'm seeing a table 2 up there on the very top.
Oh, okay. So just a space.
Yeah. Looks like it's a container. Yeah, it's a gallon jug. Nice one, stay hydrated. Thank you. Try my best. Oh, 110. Okay. Where have you gotten to?
I'm on the equal sign.
Gotcha.
Going from bottom up.
Okay, so the little O would be... Where even is that character on here?
That would be the F and the O are the same because those are the two sevens.
Right. Keep writing. Lol.
I'm almost at the top.
Yeah. I'm about like halfway down. But I guess it doesn't matter.
What do you have for the first two?
I'm not writing them down, not even... I'm so slow.
Oh, what do you have for the first two?
10, 10. No, I mean, I don't even have those written down yet. I'm trying to like
Oh,
jot
okay.
down what you had so I can get myself caught up here. 1, 1. None of those even start. Ten, 10, 100. T? Okay, the first one's a T.
Okay, I've got it then.
You got the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, so the whole thing... I'll send you the final picture.
You're so fast. Your sleep schedule's fucked and you have work tomorrow? Nice. The text is in before you call Nintendo anti-consumer again. Look at the price of the PS5 Pro and then get back to me. Yeah.
Alright, I'll let you type in the code.
The fuck? Oh.
Nice.
Oh, what the hell, boy? Is this a mansion?
It's like it.
Requires power to open door. Alright.
Now we can do stuff here. We can use an item on the ground. We can use an item here. I need to get up to this landing, but it's too high to jump to.
Damn invisible walls.
I'm gonna go back to crafting, because I...
Call me living rent free, but that was a banger line. Yeah. No, bro's constantly fuming over my very existence, and that just makes me smile. Playing Dead Rails. Let you take a break, you're gonna pee. You're good, bro. You know, what? It is a pretty nice house, isn't it?
Okay, I think I cooked
What'd you make?
a wire rope.
Hmm. Yep. The generator. Oh, I see. Wow, we have a bunch of scrap metal now. So we need something to turn it on, perhaps?
Gear.
There's a gear missing. What's the goal? To escape the room. Rooms. Rooms, plural. To escape the rooms before you die. Solve the puzzles and escape the area. There's nothing over here. What'd you make?
Where's the diagram of the gear?
I don't know what it's saying by that. Or meaning by that. Q. Unless it was all the way back down. On the wall anywhere? No. Maybe somewhere in the lime code area. Flies might be open. What? Gear. Wait, we have a gear outline.
Yeah, I just put that on a piece of scrap metal. So I think let's try this on the scrap metal.
Did it work?
I didn't go up there just yet.
Is there another crafting bench up here?
Mm-mm.
Damn it. I wanted to try something. Wait. Oh.
What?
I made a thin gear.
Oh, nice. Yeah, let me put it down right here.
I combined the outline with wire cutters. I got zoned out. You're good. We're locked in right now. Oh, you're using it. I see. Secret hatch, perhaps.
Oh, says I have to keep stacking thin gears there.
So you have to keep... What'd you do to make the first gear outline?
Let me see if I can just do it like that now. You have to use scrap metal on the generator.
Oh. So it's a process.
Let me make Just all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we just need to outline all of them. Or make thin gears.
Goodness gracious. Oh. Did it work?
There's still 2 more gear outlines I think you need to do.
Yeah. I think it kicked me out when he went into the inventory.
Oh, there you go.
That's weird how limiting that is. Alright. I got him.
Now I just need a way to meld these gear sheets together.
Meld them? No batteries, no. Ooh. All right. I have an unlit torch. Where would we light it? Oh, wait. Yeah, can we start a fire again? That's the game's timer. So yeah, 21 minutes left. Lock
I don't
in.
know how to like just start a fire.
I'm trying to lock in.
Maybe battery?
I tried it. It didn't instantly do it. I'm sure that is.
Oh, I short circuit the wire and the battery.
Oh. So do you have a lit torch now?
I got the torch and spray paint. Oh, we got a flamethrower.
Fuck yeah.
Go, go.
Nice. 22th gear. Oh god, what the fuck is this? You should look at this gear puzzle.
Yeah.
How would you know? Do you just place them in random order or what? I'm so confused. So, do you just have to have them all connect or what?
I think so.
The bigger the better. Seems that way. 30. No, maybe. I really don't know. They don't. Uh, 20. Okay, those connect. 8. No. 10. I think that one would connect. Don't worry, you're still watching. Nice. Happy to have your support, bud. No, 18 is a bit too big for that one. Too big for that one. Yeah. Yes? I don't... Damn it, I don't know. Maybe 18. No. 16. But then they both have to connect. Oh, what? So if they connected right, are all of them supposed to rotate in unison?
I'd assume so.
It's not really doing it. I hope this is the last puzzle. Oh. You're gonna add? Alright. I don't know.
I think I'm getting close at least. This might be it. I don't know how this isn't right. Maybe try there and there. There, 10 there. Yeah, okay. There we go.
Oh. Oh my god. Sole survivor of escape room attacks. Which one of us died then? Shrink road technology, oh no. Yay! Yay! Chapter 6 completed.
Now I'll show you how to get the secret ending.
There's a what? I'm stuck on the chapter 6 completed still.
Yeah, I think you just have to close the game.
Bruh. Boy, better count my shit, boy. Let me know when you rejoin. Okay, it counted. Thank God. All right. Whew. So is there a secret ending within that chapter?
Yeah. And funny thing, when they released the secret ending, which was just a couple days ago, it took the community 2 days to solve it.
Wow. I'm chilling over here by chapter 6.
Okay.
Handsome character, chunky. This would be Cloud Strife. From the hit game Final Fantasy VII. Bye, bro. You're gonna cook? What do you mean you're gonna cook? Nah, don't leave yet. We're about to hop right back in and get that secret ending. You don't want to miss that, do you? Wherever he gets here. Where are you at?
My computer is doing stupid things.
Huh. You gonna cook for your mom? Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's valid. Go do that. Oh, that reminds me. I need to heat up my food. Yeah, I need to go heat up my food. Be right back, chat. Okay. Whew. That was a lot.
Yeah, I had to restart my computer while you were gone.
Dang.
So when we go in, pick chapter part 3.
Okay. Can you do them in any order, or?
You have to have beaten it in order to unlock the option to choose the other ones.
Ah.
Okay.
My god, my game chugs so hard. The frame rate just dips to fucking nothing when I flicker this thing on and off. Alright, where are we going?
Okay. So I'm doing the crafting. To break the window. The wrench. Okay, and then I have to do the thing to break this. And then put out the fire. Now I have to... So do you remember in the first chapter when you found that sticky note that said, remember, Altlow is key?
Yeah.
So that was something they added when they put in the secret ending. And you basically have to use it on this little node over here. Yeah. This little node on here. As like lime code. With the key being Altlow. And it will tell you like, oh yeah, we changed the code to today's date or something. So instead of melting the lock with the acid, you put the code in, which I don't know what that is. Let's see.
Hot low is key. Wow.
Alright, there we go. So now we come in here. Grab the bed sheet here. Go back down. You put the bed sheet on the vent here. And then at the top, you put the empty tank, so now that's up top. And now, can you do me a favor and go to the crafting table and just disassemble all the security cameras?
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, and then, so you're gonna combine all the wires you can. So combine just wires, and you should have like 4 long wires.
Alright. It's a Roblox disguised as Minecraft. Yes. Are you disintegrating all the wires?
I'm disintegrating all the scrap metal. Go back to the craft bench and combine the long wires to make 2 braided wires.
Huh. Alright.
And then combine the battery with one of the braided wires.
A half circuit.
Yeah, and then combine the other braided wire with that.
Short circuit XL.
Okay. So now, melting all the metal gives us hydrogen gas. So now combine hydrogen gas with the circuit.
Hydrogen bomb.
Okay, and then come over here. Right there. I'll let you do the honors.
What the fuck?
And then when you go on, you can type in terminal. It's the password.
I don't think I can do it when you're on it.
I think you should be able to.
I don't know, it's just like a glitchy screen for me.
Yeah, click in the middle, like next to the little slash, and then type in terminal.
What the fuck?
Are you in the like terminal thing now?
Yeah.
Okay, and then if you type in chat room. I can literally just tell us. I can tell you the code right now, and we can just get through the door. But I want you to see like what we were up against.
You mean it wasn't sure if you'd find this computer? What the fuck? This is Janice. What? Not subject, brother. You can't call me a subject. Huh. So the password? Okay. NCDO.
Okay, so if I put that in.
I put the name of a valid directory. Okay. Hmm. Invalid domain or password. What?
Okay, so if you're in like the home screen, type in /firewall,
Yeah.
and it should ask you to enter a password, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the password's gonna be FH28 SWJ.
Okay. Is that the whole thing?
3.
A new user. Janice is dead. What? If you ask the right questions.
Okay. And then, so if you type in, there's a bunch of things you can type in. Like, you can just type in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you'll get a response or something.
Congrats,
If
you know how to
type in,
count.
terminal, you'll get an answer. But, the main thing, or, you can even type in, stuff to get, lore. Like, if you type in, Janice, or, some other characters' names or things like that, you can get some, lore. But, if you type in, for example, A1...
Oh, hold on, I'm getting told about Janice right now.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. The response to A1 is interesting. That must be some kind of login.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like a directory to a thing. So let me write this down so you can like see what it is.
How do you get to the directory login again?
Let me go back. So you do, I think /open. Yeah.
That's what it was, yeah.
That's gonna be 150317XX.
Yep.
And the password is U9NFMPCQ. And then open.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah. So hold on.
What is that used for?
Let me find the picture.
Yo! I finished chewing. Gaming Sage with a 4-person raid, dude, what's up? We're doing the secret ending to terminal escape rooms right now. It's pretty freaking cool. What am I supposed to do with that big long string of numbers?
Yeah, I'm getting the picture. Okay, so
Smooth
basically
Roblox
what you
content.
had to do, you can type in like A1, A2, A3, etc., like G1, G2, all the way till I think like the H column. And then if you put these numbers or these characters in a grid, like an even grid all the way down, it does this.
Escape room, eh? You've been to one? Is it the same concept? So I've never been to a real escape room. That's a really fucking cool image, by the way. Whoa.
Yeah. So then you do this, you do some like weird stuff with hexadecimals. I didn't really understand it. And then you get the directory username and password.
The player cut?
The password.
Oh. So I mean, I've never been to a real escape room. But I have heard that these are harder than your average escape room, like in real life. So yeah, pretty much same concept. So that's the password?
Yeah.
S72JSFK. I? Is that the last character? I? Of the directory?
1, I think.
What?
What's the last 3 numbers of the password? After the 7?
K4X. I put it in and nothing happens.
It did for me.
What happened?
You did S72JSFK1.
Yep. And then HOCJ7K4X.
Try it again. It's in the you're doing it in the directory, right?
Yeah. My game just like freezes. It doesn't take me anywhere.
And then you press open directory at the bottom?
I forgot how to do that. I feel dumb. What the fuck? To enter the adjacent room, you must answer. Where are you? Please address. How many subjects were there? Count the cards down to the decimal. Check the middle of the cloud. Elements of cracking tiles. Running on fumes left and right. 11 digits.
Yeah, so where are you? You had to find out like the address of where you are, and that and the how many subjects were there. Those you have to like look around on like a bunch of different newspapers and like kind of like know the lore.
Oh my
to, like,
god.
Figure out what that is. Count the cards down to the decimal. You have to do like something with the poker cards in chapter 4. You like have to go back to chapter 4 and find the answer. Check the middle of the cloud. That's those little building blocks in chapter 3. Elements of cracking tiles. I still don't exactly know how people got that one. I think that was the one that people like brute forced at the end. And then running on fumes left and right. If you look on the fume hood in chapter 4, like right where you like kind of escape from, there's like Morse code on it. So yeah, all of that combined gets you the answer. Let me
So where does this get
grab it
put?
real quick.
Solving puzzles, answering riddles, working with a group. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, this has been really fun. I encourage you to try it. I know you like brain teasers, so I think you would really enjoy this. It's called Terminal on Roblox.
Alright, I'll let you type it in, Butter.
Okay.
Is the code.
Is that for like outside the computer?
Yeah.
Keep it in mind? Yeah, man, absolutely. How do I get out of this?
Type in /ESC.
Been loving brain teasers since Ace Attorney? Hell yeah. Okay. What? What? You did it! Fuck it! Good job. Sorry that I put you through all of that. Is this them? Were they talking to me from the next room over? Oh, he made himself an AI. Or something like that. Got like a hive mind situation going on. Okay. What the fuck? GG, I think. Maybe. I kind of wanted to be the one to pull the plug and then read the instructions on the TV, but maybe not, you know.
That's for season 2.
Of course. Oh wow. Yeah, I can see Otlo.
Rapid
here.
room.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Just want to go in order.
Yeah, sure. We already did the hidden one, right?
Yeah. Tension.
Detention.
I remember they had me test this one. I haven't played it since then though.
How the hell have I been live for almost 3 hours and it's 2 a.m.? What in the world?
You gotta work tomorrow.
Hello, Otlo
Yeah.
testers. The interns at Otlo have made a fantastic
What the
testing
fuck?
room simulating the events of November 21st, 2042 at Listeria Hive. We haven't figured out how to convince the subjects that they only have 35 minutes to live, but we'll work on that after testing. Good luck.
Huh? Okay.
Okay, so you can just walk in here. Schedule before anything else, open all lockers. If your locker will not open, sweep the floor, binary systems. Okay, I'm gonna open all the lockers, I guess. This one won't work. This one won't open.
Yeah.
Binary. Okay, here's binary.
Oh hell.
So it said, sweep the floor, binary systems.
The floor looks like it could be some kind of binary.
Oh, for sure.
As in, like, you know, left to right, 001, 0011, maybe?
Well, if you look here at the blue tiles on here.
Oh,
start
yeah.
Is
Yeah, okay.
blue, blue, white, blue, blue. Where's blue, blue, white, blue, blue? Blue, blue, white, blue, blue, right here. Because it says only the middle 5 boxes matter.
What? Oh, I see what it says, yeah. So this guy is where it starts. And then it ends right here. Okay. In terms of weather, so yeah, it's kind of up in the air, but Saturday should be no problem. I think, yeah, I think I could try for Saturday for sure. Definitely not tomorrow night. but I do want to try for Saturday. I actually haven't gotten the chance to play online yet for Jamboree, and I would love to do that. I need to actually be contributing here. Let's...
I'm just writing all this down real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to us. Okay. Where's my paper? Alright.
Wait, which one's the ending?
That would be
Okay.
this one right here.
Okay.
You just exposed me to it? Oh yeah, 100%. I already have, like, I got rank 50. I don't know if I told you that. I got all the reactions already. So I've, like, completed a lot of the game. Pretty much. Just except for achievements and, like, buying all the music.
Big fan.
Bro. Oh. 3? So the first one is N, possibly? White, blue, white, white, blue.
Hey again. Only 30 minutes left. While you go through this room, please keep in mind that you'll be required to complete a questionnaire afterward evaluating how you think the theming of this room ties into our mission here at Avo. No detail is too small to comment on. We appreciate your input.
Alright, first 4 is Sibel's 9.
Yeah. I got the I. 3 and then 2. Okay. Yep.
And then 3.
9.
It's 9325. 325. There we go. Now the locker's open.
Find locker owned by someone with same first and last initial. It'll be a different repeated letter like BB. PP. O, Logan B. Samantha O. Got it, Carl C. Find locker 2.
Carl C.
2 and 1. What does that mean? Like 2 items up top, 1 below?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna close them as we do it. 2 and 1.
Pretty much none of these.
And it's only books. It says ignore everything other than books.
Well, this is it then.
Oh no, don't close them, all of them. Just close them as we have like found something that has to do with them.
Oh, so I mean find locker 2 and then 1. It's the first one over here. So then 4 and 1. Just paying attention to the books, right?
Yeah.
Okay, find locker 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, right here.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Well, 1 and 2 is Carl C. Shit.
I found this one. The one 4 and 1 is right here.
Yep. And then 1 and 2. Okay, find locker with initials GC. And there's a note in here. Oh, it's a midterm exam. Initials GC. I saw him. Where was he? GC. Yep. Find locker 3 and 3. Okay. Burn it! Wait, 3 and 3.
Yeah, I need to start from the beginning.
The last brown locker? So there needs to be 3 items up here and 3 down here is what it's saying.
Whether or not this room does an adequate job at displaying the tragic events at Listeria High. Do you think the commentary on the GMZU causing this is too subtle? We are always open to adjusting it to be more obvious. Please keep in mind that this will be
Thought you saw it?
broadcasted to all of Listeria.
Probably just let him finish it up. Because every time I open a locker, it's screwing up what we've got here. According to this note, 3 lockers left over. 3 locker numbers in ascending order will unlock wherever you want to go.
Oops. 4, 2. There's 4, 2. Okay, MB.
Just books? Yeah. I'm closing them as I open them. I'm just looking. Three and 1. 2 and... Three and 4. Oh, you're so right.
Alright. 7, 4, 18. So 4, 7, 1, 8.
All right. Can't do it.
Is it on a different keypad? There's a keypad here.
Nice. Good catch, Multi. Sorry. Gaming Sage. What do you want me to call it? Sage for short?
GPAs of the 3 students are incorrect. Please fix them by entering the GPAs listed on the plaque outside in that order.
M Coffee, C Sosa, and P Plastin.
C. Sosa. P. Plastin.
Bottom left.
Minutes left. Please note that while the water in this testing room is completely harmless, we will likely be using the same acid we plan to use for the laboratory game room. The steam in the main
You get it
room
already?
is also
Student
harmless
schedule,
for now,
yeah.
but would likely be actual steam for the subjects. Other than this, the room is identical to what the subjects will be experiencing.
Block 5 history.
What day is today? It's an E day today. So if it's an E day, it's block 5, 6, 1, lunch, 2, 3, 4. What is Samantha scheduled today? Okay, so we need to find out what that is.
Goodness gracious.
So her block 5 is history, and then chemistry. Art and design is block 4.
Okay. Mrs. Clabell, 1 to 2 p.m.
What kind of subjects being taught here?
I'm confused now.
Are there any other like notes and things in the lockers?
We can open them all now, right?
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause, like this one gave me art and design. doesn't say.
Hey Anita, I had to leave right at 10 a.m. today for a doctor's appointment. Would you be able to take notes for me in math? I know I have math the hour after you, but it should be the same content. Back in time for our class together at 1 p.m.
Sam has math at 9. Then I'll be back in time for our class together at 1. At 1, that would be block 3.
I'm so tired. What kind of schedule are you looking for? Samantha's schedule today.
15 minutes left. While testing this room, please keep in mind the pacing. Do you think subjects should be given more or less time? Either way, for this test, you only have 15 minutes left.
I don't know.
Wait, Sam has an hour after Anita.
It is color coded, yeah. Math was 10 to 11 a.m. Look at the whole
10
picture,
to
yeah.
11.
I'm just, I don't know, my cognitive functions are dying. I get very, like, overwhelmed very fast when I do things like these. Typically, this is something that would be considered, like, way out of my comfort zone. This is my first dip into any kind of escape room. Nice. I don't know where to start, to be honest.
Oh, okay. I see. So she says he has a class together at 1. 1 p.m. is block 3.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see Anita's schedule here, block 3 for her is English at 1. English is at 1, so... And I guess that just leaves physics. So, are you typing in the code?
No.
Okay, I'll read them off to you. So I think the first one should be blue,
Okay.
then green, red, purple, yellow, pink.
Yeah.
Okay.
No idea how you got that.
What am I trying to do here?
Alright, now I can start fresh. What do we have?
What does that note say next to these gallons?
Put my brain at work. It's tired. I don't do these.
What does
Filled with
that? What does
oil.
that paper say?
The one right here? Filled with oil?
Yeah.
Dear maintenance staff, the steam release system has been acting up recently, causing hot steam to be released at improper times, leading to potential injury. We have notified our plumbing repair service of this, and they let us know that this is likely due to lack of oil in the water purification machinery, which can cause high pressures which overload the sensors, causing emergency steam to escape. Luckily, the water shooting out of its separate supply from the school, meaning any tampering won't interfere with drinking water. To recalibrate the machinery, you must load exactly 4 gallons of oil into the machine all at once.
Okay. So I have to like juggle these to figure out how to get 4.
Oh, wait, yeah. Skill issue? Yeah, no, I mean, I'd definitely say it is. Yeah, this is...
Only 10 more minutes. Please also look for typos on any of the posters. We want to ensure that these rooms are curated to give subjects difficulty only in the ways that we have intentionally designed.
I don't know.
Oh wait, actually I think I might know how to do this. Yeah, there we go. Worth. Alright, where do I load it?
Over here.
Alright, escape.
What was your combination for getting 4?
You had to like... You had to make 1. If you can make 1, then you can put the 1 in the like middle one.
Yeah.
And then just make a group of 3, which is easy because you can do it on the right one and then just combine the 2.
Huh.
Alright, you up for one more?
No. No,
Here,
definitely not.
I will say, I think you're up for exactly 1 more. Just gotta trust me on this.
The fuck is this? $45 minutes.
This is one they released around Christmas, and there are 2 paths to it. You can either do the naughty one and follow the instructions from Krampus, and it's like really hard, or you can follow the instructions from Santa and be nice, and it's like the easiest thing. Yeah, so instead of doing the Krampus one here, you just do the one from Santa.
This newfangled tablet system that the elves and IT set up for me has made it super convenient to leave notes. AFK, got late night munchies, all good.
Okay. Part 1 of your first puzzle. Count the number of bouncy balls. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wreaths. How many wreaths are there?
2, 3, 3.
3, and then trains. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice.
Where's that go in?
Oh, it changed. Count the number of horses.
Okay. It's an interesting way to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Stockings.
4? Are there more?
Okay, and then 5. Yeah, 4, 5, and then robots. Okay, that's part 2. Skateboards.
Where the hell are the robots?
Teddy bear.
Oh, one.
Oh, I found it. Okay,
Just
skateboards.
one.
There is 1, 2, 3. Teddy bears.
3. $15?
Okay, and then the peppermint things.
With 315, 315. Okay.
Water pistols. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Planes. 3, 4, 5, 7, 5. 2 stars. 7, 5, 2. 3.
What is it?
7, 5, 2, 3. Nice.
Oh,
Alright. Look at the first row of sweaters above the door. What comes next? Be white present. 3, 4, 6, 7. Now look at the second row.
you white. Oh, hold on. No, I got it. Let me do this.
Okay.
Green. Or wait. Oh. Yeah, they almost got me. Hold on. Green tree. Alright.
Nice.
And then I think the third row of
Third
sweaters by
row.
the door. What comes next? Let's see. Tree present candy, tree present.
Alright, lock in, butter.
Locking in. Cane, okay, so red tree. Nice.
Alright. Each reindeer starts with 5 apples, 5 bananas, 10 carrots, and 10 candy canes. How many of each did this reindeer in stable 8 eat? There's stable 8. There are 2 apples left, so they ate 3. Three.
5 fruits and 10.
9. Should be 3398.
Okay, what do we got? Stable 1. Alright, bet. I got this.
Candy canes.
4, 3, 7, 9. No, wait. What did I do wrong?
The order of the things changed.
Oh, it did. So the same thing but backwards. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you bastards. Carrot, candy cane, apple, banana. Uh... 7, 9, 5, 2.
All right.
Stable 7. Banana, apple, candy cane, carrot. Holly jolly. Alright.
Alright, that's next. Make me these 3 cookies. Cut out cookie, peppermint brownie, sprinkle cookies.
I don't know how the fuck anyone would do this in 40 minutes if they were following the Krampus stuff.
Alright, cut out cookies is cookie base.
Cut out peppermint sprinkle.
Alright, so I did the cutout and the peppermint. Or no, I did the cutout, if you want to do peppermint.
All of this is actually a lot. I have no idea what they want me to...
Sprinkles, and then sugar.
What is this?
Alright, so what you do, so the second one you use the peppermint brownie. So look for the ingredient, it's this third one here. So brownie base, peppermints, chocolate chips, mint extract. So you come over here, and then you select those 4 and you bake. So it's brownie base, peppermints, chocolate chips, and mint extract.
These are
Want me to read 'em again?
all over... No, I got them. Just need to find them. Okay. I baked it.
Okay. 9472. There's next coconut brown. I'll do the snickerdoodle.
Where'd you see the numbers?
They appear in front of the cookie tray.
Oh. Coconut brownie, thumbprint cookie. Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah, I'm just so tired.
All right.
Coconut brownie.
I'll do thumbprint now.
Coconut.
One through.
I'll do marshmallow
tie-dye
bar.
swirl. Okay. There we go. Alright. I'll do cheesecake.
Okay. Hot chocolate brownie. Brownie base, marshmallow, chocolate chip sugar.
Which one are you doing?
Doing the gingerbread man.
Okay.
Cookie base, ginger, cinnamon. All right.
Check the past 4 rooms. The tablet in each room has been changed to give you a new puzzle. Find a button. Once you press the button, check back in this room. A code will appear for you to enter. I'm gonna go back to the very beginning. Okay, got the first one, is right here.
Oh. So you just need to find a button in every room?
Yeah, oh, it's just right here.
I'm gonna look for the third one.
Alright.
Have an idea that it might be in one of these food pallets. Potentially.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'll let you do that. I'll let you do this last one. Oh, nice.
Escaped through the fireplace. I think I was nice.
Let's go.
Yay! That was kind of funny. So it's just
Next
the
time we'll do
ICU one left, huh?
Krampus.
Oh god.
No,
Does
next
that
time
give you
we gotta
another
do
point?
Krampus. Technically, no, but I think it does give you a badge.
Does. Yeah, I got a badge for
Yeah.
the nice one. God dang it. It's okay, we'll get it. Oh my gosh, I'm 363 now. I guess there's 4 rapid rooms. Does this tutorial one count? I feel like I've asked that before.
I don't think so, no.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I am like zoned out. So tired. But damn, we got through a whole chapter in 2 rapid rooms. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thinking I probably need to crash. That was really fun. I think at some point, like maybe either on my own time or with you again, I'm gonna go back through some of these and see if I can solve more of the puzzles on my own. I feel a lot of them I know I took like a back seat just because I'm way slower at solving some of them. So we'll see.
Well, like
I think I
I
could
don't
do
know.
it.
Some of them, since I played them before, I kind of know the best way kind of to do the notes for it. Like for example, the Lime Code one. When I first played it, my notes did
Mhm.
not look like that. Like they were super dumb and complex and took a lot longer than it should have. But just because I kind of like remembered how it worked a little bit, it was a bit easier.
Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, hold on. Did they come out with Chapter 6 beginner mode yet?
Not yet.
Oh, wow.
We still do have chapters 4 and 5 beginner modes too.
Yeah, there are those. Early 2025. I wonder when that's gonna actually come out.
Well, that same board was on the other one as well, so I just think they just haven't updated it.
Yeah. They'll get around to it.
Let me see if they said anything about it.
Oh yeah, no, this isn't even a room. It's just like explanatory stuff.
I know the developers do like school full time, so chapter 6
Damn.
was like, I don't know, like 6 months at least in the making.
I don't know
But
how you
I
come
think
up
now
with
that
puzzles
summer's
like
off.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean it'll be cranked out probably like season 2 as well, pretty quick. Hopefully. They are gonna make more, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They said I think season 2 is gonna be set like 100 years or 50 years before the events of season 1.
Oh. I think that secret ending was by far like my favorite piece of lore.
Yeah, definitely.
Can obby that rhymes with grug.
But yeah, we gotta lock in and complete that.
Dude. Okay.
A ride
Let me, are you on my
rhymes with
stream?
grug, and this one, I call it
No, but I can pull it up.
rhymes with grug.
Yeah, you need to see this.
I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
I would love to see
I
this,
call
but
it
I'm watching a
grug,
Nissan ad.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one,
Oh, that
I call
looks
it
stupid.
a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug.
Yeah, like I
This
don't.
one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
I skipped
a rug,
stage, you fucking
rhymes with
bastard.
grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug,
Alright.
rhymes with grug. And this one,
Now we see why
I call
everyone
it
capped out
a
at
ride,
77.
rhymes with grug. And this one,
Yeah.
I call it grug, rhymes with
Oh,
grug.
well.
And
Oh.
this one, I call it
Oh.
a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one,
I think, like, if you saved all of your free skips for the end, it's probably, like, the only realistic way to get to the end.
I call it a ride,
Yeah.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug,
In a
rhymes
minute.
with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug.
Alright, I'm gonna try and lock in on this Simon Says
And this one,
achievement.
I call it a ride.
Okay.
Grug. And this one, I call it grug.
A ride.
Grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it.
Why was that the easiest shit
rhymes with
ever
grug.
compared to
And
some of
this
these?
one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one,
There's a person in stage 82.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it rhymes with grug. And this one,
No, don't ask me to fucking favorite something while I'm jumping.
and this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
Damn it, it rhymes with grug.
rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
That's true.
a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug.
A
Rhymes
ride.
with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes
I
with
imagine you
grug.
can't fuck
And
up
this
single
one,
jump here.
I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call
Holy
it
fuck,
a
that
ride.
is, that
Rhymes
timing
with
is
grug.
tight.
And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one,
Alright, I am on 81.
grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I
It
call
just keeps fucking going. Like,
grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug.
in a minute.
I call it a rug. Rhymes with
Oh,
grug.
maybe it's like something you get for being at the end game, but all these people are like shoving me far off the stage.
This one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it
A ride.
Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call
Fuck
it
you.
grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one,
In a
I
minute.
call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I
Dude,
call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug.
you just keep spawn camping.
And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug. Rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a rug, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it a ride, rhymes with grug. And this one, I call it grug, rhymes with grug. And this